Hey guys, so I am back with another video. Please make sure you subscribe to the channel and also check out my other videos. Today is a little bit different. Usually I love to teach things or speak about my own personal journey in healing and things like that. But today I really want to just talk about this topic because I feel like it's probably affecting a lot more people than we realise. It's affecting me in certain ways, and I'm sure I'm not the only one. So please make sure you're listening till the end because I don't want anyone to get the wrong end of the stick and think I'm being negative, but honestly just hear me out. Also, I hope everyone that is watching this can talk about things in a positive way, or even if you don't agree, it doesn't mean we have to, argue. So make sure you're leaving nice constructive criticism below if you need to, rather than just being negative overall. So I want to talk about spiritual people. I am one of them. I love being spiritual. I love, teaching about things like this. My whole life is spiritual. So I do really feel passionate about it. But there are some things that we need to address. There are some things that can actually really deeply affect people if we don't address it, and if we don't all start to realise things and come together rather than bashing each other for. So there's 3 topics in this topic that I want to address. So first is food. Second is the jab, I'm going to call it, that some people have had, some people disagree with having, and all of that. So I hope you know what I'm on about when I talk about that. And then the other is religion, but not so much religion. I just thought it would be good to include that because I do see it in some aspects of the spiritual community. So it's the same with all of them that I want to talk about. So basically, I feel like this whole past 2 years is causing a divide, and even in the spiritual world, our spiritual community, we're meant to really see both sides of things. We're not meant to judge people. We're meant to kind of include everyone. Spirituality, in my eyes, was meant to be a oneness, and where someone can feel safe to say what they feel and express themselves and grow, and not always be right, because we're all growing, we're all sometimes wrong about things, but admit when we're wrong. So I've seen so many people with food especially, and the jab especially, going like this and being judgmental for people doing one thing that they don't agree with. So I'm going to start off with food because this is the thing that has bothered me the most. So a lot of spiritual people are vegetarians or vegans, and I fully support you guys. And also there's people that are not vegetarian or vegan, and I fully support you guys. This is what I think spirituality is meant to be about. It's meant to be including everyone and making everyone feel welcome and supported and growing and seeing more about the world in a different way, and realising who we are more at a deeper level. That's how I personally see spirituality. But forcing someone to be a certain way is not going to work. Trying to make them only, if you're spiritual, then you should be vegan, and if you're not vegan, then you're a bad person, or you're this and you're that. And I think it's just insane. I thought us spiritual people are meant to all, be supportive and love everyone, even though they choose a different path to what you want to choose. Personally, for me, I'm vegetarian. I've only been vegetarian for a year, I went off it. I was, you know, really, I was brought up eating meat, and I just kept more and more feeling like, oh, I don't really want to eat it. And I just honoured myself and I stopped eating it. I then started to realise, I started to feel more and more pressured into going into a more vegan diet, and this kind of was going, you know, just not like one person was saying you have to do this. It's just in a whole, there's so many people out there bashing people if they're not vegan and pressuring them, saying like, you know, it's really bad for you, you're really, you know, not helping the planet, or you're not really spiritual if you're not vegan. And there's just so much out there, so much pressure on people to be a certain way to make sure they are the most clear vessel, the most perfect spiritual person that there can be. And that's total bullshit. There's not a person that is the most like perfect spiritual person, because it doesn't exist. We are all spirits having a human life, and it's okay if you're you know, if you eat meat. It's okay if you don't eat meat. It's okay if you drink milk. It's okay if you don't drink milk. It doesn't matter. You are doing the best you can, and you still deserve to feel the most spiritual person ever, and you don't have to have a certain diet to feel spiritual. So I do agree with, you know, that a vegetarian and a vegan diet is helping the planet. I fully agree. But also we need to support the people that don't want to be vegetarian and don't want to be vegan, because their choices matter just as much. So I'm just trying to say, maybe just, you know, be a little bit more understanding, and try and include everyone, you know. So yeah, I'm just going to say that. Also, the jab, that is, you know, a lot of people are talking about right now. It's really crazy for a spiritual person to go on a video and say, if you want the jab, go have it. If you don't, then don't. Because there's so many spiritual people saying that you should not have it. You know, if you do, then they don't want to be around you. There's some people that are cancelling appointments with people from, you know, healing appointments because their client has had the jab. And I just think it's so sad, because we are all meant to be a oneness. We are all linked. We're all the same. So I am linked to you just as much as you're linked to me. So if you've had the jab, it's totally okay, and you shouldn't feel shamed or feel bad because you've had it, and you also shouldn't feel scared and bad to not have it because of what people are saying. We need to remember that our bodies are so powerful, it can override all of the crap that is in it. I do agree that it's, you know, all of the negative things about it. I do agree that it was made and to not maybe serve people, but I fully agree and support that my body is going to be able to have that, if I wanted it, to have it and override any negative intentions that are in it, because my body is controlled and by me and my energy, and I know that I can alkalize that and I can make it as pure as possible for my body to handle. So I know that I'm fully able to do that, but I do not want to bash anyone that's had it. You know, if you want to have that, then please fix your energy around it. So ask yourself, why am I having this? The same with your diet. Do you want to eat meat? If you don't, then don't. But if you're trying to be a vegetarian or vegan, ask yourself, why am I doing this? Is it because I really want to do this and I feel like an intuitive side of me is just leaning me more towards this? Then do it. If you're doing it out of fear because you don't want to be an outsider of the spiritual community or an outsider of the, you know, the unawakened community, so ask yourself, am I doing it because I truly want to do this, or am I doing it out of fear? And that is the key. We need to fix that. We need to do some inner work around that, about everything, the jab, the food, everything. And then you can make your decision. And then everyone should support you in that decision, because it is your decision, it's your body, and you have full rights to do whatever you want with your body. So that is basically what I want to get at. I want to really support. I think religion is in there as well, but I think religion is a lot more supported in the spiritual community. But I do still sometimes see people talk about, well, there is this, and you know, this is true and this is not, and you can't follow them and, you know, listen to what they're saying because they're saying that this is real when it's not, and you know, it's only the universe, there is no gods and things like that. Well, if you're listening to the people that are saying that, then just don't listen to them, because if you believe in a God, you believe in a God, and that is true to you. And you know, as you know, again, it's the same thing. As long as you're believing it out of, yes, I truly believe that, and rather than I'm believing in it because I'm scared to not believe in it, it's the same thing. Everything in your life, I urge you to ask yourself, why are you doing this? Why are you making this decision? Why are you believing in this? And if it really comes from a pure place and it comes from you truly believing in that, then keep doing it and keep being proud of that. And if you're doing it out of fear, then maybe just do some healing and shadow work around that, and then, you know, then reevaluate, okay, now what decision do I want to make? It might be the same one as you had before, but it might just be in an energetically different place, and you'll be so supported in that. So let's say if I wanted to have the jab, I wanted to have it because I'm scared to not be able to go to this country, or I'm scared that my family are going to say this, or I'm scared that, you know, what the news is saying. Then I'm getting it out of fear. I'm feeding that thing that I'm putting in my body, and everyone is saying all these negative things about it already. I'm feeding that, and then I'm consuming all of that fear and all of that negative and toxicity. I'm feeding that. I'm allowing it to go into my body like that. Whereas on the other hand, if I'm looking at that and I'm like, you know what, I'm so grateful that this is happening, it's helping people awaken, I want to take this because I want more freedom, but I'm doing it out of such a positive place because I know that I can alkalize all of this, and I know that none of it is going to affect my body because I'm going to raise the frequency of it so much that it's actually going to nourish my body. And yeah, I'm going to take it, and I feel really excited and supported in this. Then take it. So I hope this video really helps people feel more comfortable and more included, because sometimes I've felt myself trying to go towards more of the vegan diet and really judging myself if I'm eating something that I'm not supposed to eat, when really I want to eat it. I've even found myself recently, the last few weeks, and not really wanting to eat anything and just feeling really down about food because I'm really not sure what I'm meant to be eating, or, you know, what I fancy eating. And it's really got me in a, like, not a bad place, but just like, meh, I just don't really fancy eating. And that's so not good. We need to have a healthy relationship to anything that we're putting in our body or surrounding ourselves with. So I've had to really dig deep and reevaluate why I'm feeling that way, and how can I help my body get back to that place where I was before. So I've decided I'm not gonna, you know, I'm not gonna try and force myself to be something that I don't want to be. In the future, if I want to become vegan, then I'm allowed. If I want to choose to eat meat tomorrow, I'm totally allowed. I need to do something that feels good to me and raise my vibration, rather than it's not going to make a difference to me right now if I'm eating vegetarian meals or eating meat, because my vibration around food right now is low because I'm not feeling connected to it. I'm feeling crappy because I was judging myself for eating things that I thought I wasn't meant to be eating because I'm spiritual, and that's total shit. It's just total shit, because guess what? We're all humans. We're allowed to eat whatever we want. It's good to be respectful about and raise the vibration of what we eat. Thank your vegetables, be grateful, thank your meat, thank your eggs, all of it. Just thank it all and really put positive intentions to anything you're eating, and then eat what you want. I want to end it there because I feel like I've said everything I want to say. I hope you guys feel, positive towards this rather than thinking that I'm trying to be negative, because I just really want to really include everyone, and I want everyone to feel welcome on my channel and around me, and never feel like they're worried to tell me that they've had the vaccination and if they can come for a healing, or if they are a negative person because they've ate meat. I just never want anyone to feel that way. Everyone is welcome. Everyone that eats meat or doesn't, or has had the jab or hasn't, or any religion, everyone, because we are all connected and we are all one. And really, I truly believe that's what spirituality is all about. So that's it from me today. Please make sure you write your thoughts in the comments to maybe help someone else out. Maybe you felt like this, and someone else that's reading that comment can be really helped by your point of view. So I'm gonna love you and leave you there, and I will see you guys in my next video.